Hello everyone, I all hope you have very much quite a wonderful, blessed morning indeed, guys, and also very quite a wonderful, blessed morning indeed, guys. Well, as you can see, guys, today's weather is quietly skyly blue and also quietly sunny as well, but it's still a bit quietly cold. I just closed the window right behind me, then I'll actually reopen it again once I'm finished with this episode. Despite that, guys, I'm so truly grateful for all of you guys who are still completely still following me, and from those of you guys who are also still subscribing in YouTube and both in TikTok as well. Completely means a lot to me. Please keep telling your friends and family to do the same thing. But either way, guys, your support means the entire universe to me as well. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a blessed, great week as well, indeed. And keep staying on my keep staying on my journey with me. Please continue to stay on my journey with me as well. Would also quietly mean a lot to me. But despite that, guys, I'm very grateful for all of you, as in literally all of you, and truly meaning all of you guys. So either way, guys, let's exactly make this quick. With that exactly being said, I have to still actually continue shooting before the recording cuts me off completely. Since you guys already had the other whole video, I'm about to actually deliver the whole video to you guys as well today. So let's get right into business as well. So on today's episode, we're to speak about Zake, who is a supervillain and a high-ranking member of an ancient secret criminal organization known as the Sacred Circle, with the sole goal and purpose and plan in liberating many, many worlds, but in doing so secretly by conquering them and also by placing them under the sole control of the Sacred Circle so that they can officially deliver and so that they can officially actually deliver these worlds that have been conquered and controlled by the greatest and newest and mysterious colleague of their partner known as Lord Shadow Jack, to which that I actually told you about in a previous episode about Lord Ra and Lord Shadow Jack do after all share a powerful ancient partnership, to which the two of them actually do share a common interest and a common goal, that the Sacred Circle and Lord Shadow Jack and Lord Shadow Jack's empire are hereby greater colleagues and greater associates as well, that the two founding leaders have managed to form an ancient partnership that would benefit them very quietly good for their great sinister goals and plans in the far future as well. And Zach is a very, very sinister, very merciless, and very ruthless, and also very heartless, but also very 12th level intellect, highly skilled in intelligence operation and in missions, very highly persistent, and also highly quietly good in hand-to-hand combat, and also very quietly good in ability of adapting to any situation, and very highly skillful in watching his enemies take a fall. Quietly good loves taunting his enemies, and also quietly very good with the word, meaning patience, taking his time to study the situation before he can enter into a full battle against the adversaries that he's completely fighting up against as well. So let's exactly proceed on. After many years since the Sacred Circle has never actually begun its true guaranteeing attack on everything else, they've been keeping watch on the mighty universal heroes and on the 4 nation hunters of the Intergalactic Coalition with their operation and with the entire time missionary status. Since the leader of the organization had a last video conference with the members of the organization, he quietly told them that it's best for them to exactly maintain their true discrepancy and working in the shadows, to not do anything or either to not taking any measures on their own yet, but to rather to watch the situation go down. The Sacred Circle and the members and the operatives watched in the shadows completely silently, waiting for the right time to attack as the war between good and evil continued to literally spiral out of control, literally continue to spiral out of control as they literally waited for the right perfect time to attack. Zach exactly told the other members and the founding leader known as Lord Ra that this preemptive attack was not exactly necessary, but for them in order to watch the past events that are taking place and literally go into an unfolding situation was quietly inevitable for them to precisely to take great good advantage of the situation itself as well, to which the other members precisely agreed on that. After many years and months since the death of the original Lord of Magic has gone for many centuries and many years since the new Lord of Magic, known as Lord Jet and Lord Clay and Lord Bradley and all the other new prodigies and great apprentices of the original Lord of Magic began rising from the shadows and taking over where the original quietly failed with his legacy and goal. All the operations and all the Shadow Empire forces have been completely been dissolved. Some have quietly sworn allegiance to themselves, while the Sacred Circle secretly took advantage of the chaos and used it to benefit its own sinister goals and plans and its sinister agenda to controlling humanity and the solar system and the rest of sacred society within the sacred universe, so that they can become the sole beneficiaries of the entire known universe and of the rest of sacred existence in the process as well. On the actual 13th of April, Zach exactly reconvened with the dark magic users known as the Dark Druids, the Dark Witches, and the Dark Faithful on an ancient, powerful dark crystal cave, which had only one powerful ancient statue of the most powerful dark druid of all time, who was also mysterious, who was also powerful, who was also greater mysterious figure throughout the dark druid's history, throughout the dark magical druid's history as well, and especially he's quietly well known throughout the sacred magic universe's history as well. Within that ancient cave, Zach exactly told the dark magic users that their loyalty and that their great allegiances to the organization has hereby been recognized, and that their services have been quietly been doing good for so many centuries and for so many years as well. Despite that, the dark magic users exactly told Zach that they actually serve the members of the Sacred Circle and that their services will remain the same no matter what. As Zach exactly was quietly happily reassured about that, he told the dark magic users that they must continue serving the organization. In return, they will provide them with many multiple layers and headquarters and bases of operation when the way they'll be able to operate in full secrecy and within the shadows of the entire sacred universe, to which the dark magic users precisely agreed on that, which will actually give them the security they needed as well. On the actual 15th of May, Zach was quietly present during the video audience with the rest of the other members of the Sacred Circle, where Lord Ra exactly told the other members of the Sacred Circle that the Shadow Empire has quietly exactly taken down a huge beating, and that the chaos itself has quietly managed to benefit them, but they top competitors known as the Dark Order that's quietly founded and led by Red Bolt, who is also another supervillain and also greater founder and leader of his ancient secret society organization known as the Dark Order, and the members of the organization itself are highly ruthless, powerful, sinister villains as well, who managed to control and influence the minds of the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders to do their bidding, which Lord Ra exactly told the members of the Sacred Circle that Red Bolt is quietly too dangerous and that he has a power and the capacity and the cosmic resources of the Shadow Empire at his disposal. Zach exactly told Lord Ra that even if the Dark Order has managed to infiltrate and control the Shadow Empire's movements and all the other Shadow Empire warlords and commanders, some of them have quietly decided to forming up their own factions and their own elite factions of their own in order for them to take in decisive measures to making sure that not even an evil monarch or an evil tyrant or a dark magical creature or another sinister villain will take control and take advantage of the Shadow Empire itself as well. Regardless of that, Lord Ra wasn't quietly distraught or quietly heavily taken a huge shock, as he quietly knew that the Dark Order would always take advantage of the Shadow Empire's true chaos and its true turmoil that the Shadow Empire has quietly managed to completely still exactly dissolving and spiraling out of control due to the power vacuum of the original death of the Lord of Magic that happened many years ago by now, and by many months already. It still exactly continued to go on as well. Zach exactly told the members of the Sacred Circle that he has an idea that might actually benefit them all, but he has to give it a try. As the other members precisely agreed, then Lord Ra exactly gave Zach the go-ahead that he must meet up with them again and tell them how did the preparation and how did the outcome come about on that particular day, as Zach reassured the members on that day as well. On the actual 21 of June, Zach was able to reconvene with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders on an ancient, powerful, dark cave to where the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders were invited to, he exactly told the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders that the Sacred Circle expects their full services. In return, they will give them the sacred conquered worlds and planets that are under their sole control, so that their services will be hereby be rendered to them and only to them. Unlike the Order of the Five or the Founders, who exactly keep supplying them worlds that are being conquered and being placed under their influence, they will have full total control of those worlds under their own terms and under their own condition, to which the Sacred Circle will even provide them with mercenary groups and assassins and great elite assassins and trained powerful warlords who are willing to become their bodyguards and their heavily to become their heavily elite security guards, as well as part of their service, as part of their deal and as part of their contribution as well. The other Shadow Empire warlords and commanders exactly enjoyed this proposition and the irony that came with it, as the other ones exactly told them that they don't exactly want to do any dealings with the ancient secret society groups of supervillains or the powerful ancient organizations such as the Sinister Magic or the Power of Change or the Order of Power or any of them. They want to exactly create their own faction and their own empire where they're the ones in power. The others of them quietly find the offer and the proposition quite enticing, as they told Zach and the founding member of the organization and of the ancient secret society that they'll be happy to literally lend a hand and their services, since they will be able to gain an equal advantage and an equal even footing as well, to which the enemies and the adversaries won't be able to see it coming. To which Zach exactly told the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders that the Sacred Circle will deliver its promise and it will always deliver its part of its deal, to which the Shadow Empire warlords felt happy. The others of them quietly left the cave, while Zach exactly allowed them to leave on their own terms, while the others exactly of them stayed behind in order to continue to hear more about the business proposition that the Sacred Circle is about to offer them as well. On the actual day of the 20th, on the actual day of the 20th of August, Zach was able to exactly meet up with Lord Ra within the most powerful dark world and planet, which was quietly ravaged by wars. Its mountains were quietly nothing but dead old mountains. The sun itself could not exactly rise from the planet's atmosphere, as it literally kept down from the dawn of the planet itself, where Lord Ra was completely watching at the landscape, remarking of its beauty and its great kindness, of how Mother Nature and her destructive power was remarking how Mother Nature is quietly beautiful, and also at her destructive power could be used for the greater evil and also for the greater good as well. Despite that, Zach quietly completely reappeared behind Lord Ra and exactly told Lord Ra and his greatest partner and friend that everything else is going according to plan. The Shadow Empire warlords and commanders have quietly managed to accept the proposition that you actually told the other members to actually offer them up, and their services are hereby ready to get back in moving. Lord Ra exactly told Zach that it's time for them to proceed with the final phase of the plan once and for all. On the 13th of September, Zach and the other forces of the battle cruisers and of the airship fleet were quietly headed to invade another world, another planet, to where the intergalactic coalition of the Four Nation Hunters has already began liberating, due to the interference of the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders. Separate factions were fighting over the territory of the conquered worlds and planets, to which created nothing but a sinister confusion from both sides. The Sacred Circle decided it's best to take an advantage of that confusion in order for them to use the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders, but in order for them to use the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders turmoil and them fighting up against each other to advantage, in order for them to quickly gain the upper hand, in order to putting a stalemate between the Four Nation Hunters of the Intergalactic Coalition and with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders who are not precisely on their side as well. To which the entire fleet of the battle cruisers began attacking, launching everything it has, dispatching all of its destructive canyons and everything else. Despite that, the fleet itself is quite there from a far distance of the planet that they're about to actually engage with as well. But the Four Nation Hunters of the Intergalactic Coalition were able to intercept the fleet before it began literally entering closer to the star system of the planet itself as well. Regardless of that, the Universal Space Heroes exactly told the Four Nation Hunters of the Intergalactic Collision that they will deal with the threat of the fleet that's approaching from the planet's star system, while they engage with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders who are fighting up against the territory, to which they took matters to their own hands as well. By doing so, they were able to quickly change the tide, as Zach exactly told the members of the fleet that they must continue pressing forward within the attack, while he has a plan of his own. within the within the chamber of the fleet, Zach was able to actually activate a powerful red crystal, which began creating some sort of frequency of energy, which began activating a powerful frequency of energy that destroyed and that disintegrated all the Shadow Empire vessels, all the entire Shadow Empire vessels and battle cruisers and fleet with one fell swoop, leaving the entire Phoenician Hunter Intergalactic Coalition battle cruisers and airship fleet to be heavily out of power, and out of commission, completely subduing them in the process. The entire fleets were literally falling from the skies, due to the crystal's EMP frequency that was able to literally completely literally subduing them, but it literally overpowered them and turned off the crystal power that the fleet exactly also bears, that the fleet also actually possesses as well. It possesses a different type of crystal. This crystal's power is heavily different from the others, which its power is more heavily concentrated and heavily weaponized by different types of chemicals, and also put in with shadow energy. Some part of shadow energy and wild energy has been put inside the crystal to make sure that it becomes the weapon. It actually becomes the weapon that it's meant to become, in order for it to subdue its opponents and adversaries in a far distant. Despite that it's quite in a far rate of the planet's star system, it's still able to put up an entire EMP section to subduing the entire fleet of the Four Nation Hunters of the Intergalactic Coalition as well. To which the Four Nation Hunters of the Intergalactic Coalition wondered exactly why were their fleets were quietly completely out of commission as they began falling from the skies. The members of the Universal Space Heroes were forced to intercept those fleets, not to going after the fleet that was quietly in far range from the distant star system of the planet. Rather than that, Zach exactly told the fleet for them to abort the mission, since it after all served its purpose and it served its mission as well. On the actual day of the 19 of the actual day of the 19 on the actual day of the precisely of the 19th of October, Zach was able to precisely to reconvene with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders on a very powerful, beautiful cave that possesses ancient mystical statues of one of the most powerful, sinister founding leaders and ancestors of the Shadow Empire. Some who acquired the Shadow Empire warlord. The other was a powerful, mysterious dark magic user. The other was an apprentice, a greater apprentice, and a student of the other ancestors of the Shadow Empire warlord and commanders. And the other was a formidable Shadow Empire warlord who was quietly rumored to be one of the ruthless and one of the most destructive and aggressive, who likes to battle and who had a powerful sensation and an appetite for wanting destruction and more chaos upon the entire sacred universe as well. To which there were 5 statues, each were in the corner of the ancient cave itself as well. To where Zach was completely able to reconvene with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders, thanking them for their great resourcefulness and thanking them for their great services, as he told them that the Sacred Circle will always deliver its part of its deal, to which it did in doing so. And the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders agreed that they are hereby at the service of the Sacred Circle, and they will always be associates of the Sacred Circle as well. To which Zach felt heavily pleased and very happy that now things are going to plan the way they are meant to be as well. On the actual 21 of November, Zach was able to reconvene with the members of the Sacred Circle on an ancient dark crystal temple, to which its location was from another powerful, different dark planet of a world that's quietly ruled by an evil warlord who quietly is a powerful, sadistic, evil monarchy who has nothing but a huge fleet of great, powerful battle cruisers and of airship fleet, highly advanced airship fleet, but not exactly hot air balloons, and who's quietly heavily protected by great elite guards of his own, and who quietly allows powerful, sinister, ancient groups of supervillains to begin to actually convene and meet, to which they actually promise him powerful consideration in return for his services. In return, he will give them the basis of operation and the headquarters due to them, giving him more power and more ammo and more weapons as part of the considerations of the deal as well. On that very particular day, Lord Ra exactly told Zach that he'd done a very good job, not underestimating the threat and in subduing the threat, that he'd done a very complete good job as well, as did the ancient other witch of the members, as the other witch of the members also exactly congratulated Zach, who has become a high-ranking member of the organization for the longest and for the greatest of time. Zach is also, guys, the founding and original member of the Sacred Circle. He's been with the Sacred Circle for many centuries and for many years, as all did the other original members that I precisely mentioned to you on the previous episode as well. Due to this, they all exactly began to mock of their partnership, and all they associate together as the witch exactly commanded Zach and thanked him for his great battle tactical strategist and his great tactician work, to which the Sacred Circle is grateful to have him by their side and to have him by their services as well. To which Zach exactly told the members of the organization and of the members of the Ancient Secret Society that he'll forever be a member of the Sacred Circle and that his loyalties will always remain to them and only to them. To which the founding leader and the founder and the leader exactly told Zach himself that they are hereby will always be friends, no matter what. Despite that, they were all able to learn from their previous encounters against the Universal Heroes' allies and against their forces and against any operative who dares exactly stand in their way, that they also too have powerful resources and greater influence they can also use on their own, and that it's time for them to exploit them, to which they all precisely agreed on that as well. On the actual day of the 26th of December, Zach was able to completely meet up with Witchcaster on an ancient dark crystal chamber, to where Witchcaster exactly told Zach that the finalizations and everything else has been quietly going according to plan, the way it's supposed to be, and that the details of the planning and of the orchestrations had begun taking a huge hit due to the operation itself being taking a huge down low. But our great spies and our great operatives have been able to inform Witchcaster that the information itself has been quietly been self-delayed due to the other ancient sinister organization known as the Order of Power, that's quietly funded and led by Lord Jet, who is the new little magic, and the other members of the organization are becoming highly aggressive and highly ruthless and impatient to making sure that the goal of the extermination of the annihilation goal does exactly successfully take place. Zach quietly thanked Witchcaster for her great intelligence of operation and report, and that in doing so, he will continue supplying her with many more hideouts and many more headquarters as part of their partnership as well. To which Witchcaster exactly felt grateful of, to know that her basis of operation will quietly be maintained, and also that no one else will be able to discover them where they are. To which Zach completely noted that they do share common interests and a common goal as well. On the 19th of January, Zach was able to meet up with the assassins on a mysterious island, which was called the Fog Island, which is quietly surrounded by many fogs and mist, which is quietly within the entire sacred magic universe's islands and worlds and planets as well, far from the other sister worlds and planets, to where he trained these assassins and these mercenaries in a very powerful, companionable swordsmanship training, teaching them the right way to use a sword, how to wield a weapon, and also how to use it in a very great way. During and that precise time, the members of the sacred team infiltrated the island in order to find out more what these assassins were literally planning and what they were literally up to. The leader of the sacred team continued to gathering as much information and as much detail what the Sacred Circle is literally up to which on that very Pacific evening, the members of the Zach was able to encounter the members of the sacred team and completely fought up against them in a frequent confrontation with them, as he told the members of the sacred team, no one leaves the island and no one enters the island without them knowing, to which it's been quietly noted as the members of the sacred team began stating that as well. They fought in a very quietly but brutal manner, which the battle itself became highly brutal and highly highly uncontainable as each assassin fought up against each superhero of the Sacred Team until one of the other members of the Sacred Team blew up the island's the island security mattresses to the sensory type securities and all of that, since they were quietly heavily advanced and heavily ready to inform anyone else entering the island and entering the island's perimeter as well. Zach was quietly able to tell the assassins to stand down, not to do nothing else to intercept the Sacred Team, since they exactly got what they were after as well, to which he knew that the members of the Sacred Team would infiltrate the island, and he told them the plan worked the way it needed to be as well. On the 13th of February, Zach was able to attend a video audience with the members of the Sacred Circle, to where Lord Ra exactly told them that they had the intelligence and everything else they needed to be. Now all they have to do is proceed on with the next phase of plan. During that precise video audience, something was actually happening, guys. Isn't like an event was actually taking place with the Universal Heroes actually fighting up against another ancient secret organization known as the Order of the 12, clashing with its mercenaries and its assassins on that particular day on a different world and on a different planet, to where the assassins and mercenaries were hired in order to creating a powerful natural disaster by using a powerful different type of a crystal that possesses a high tune frequency, the same crystal that Lord Jet and the members of the Order of Power used to causing natural disasters, making volcanoes from different sister worlds, planets, nations, and other known worlds, and different types of known worlds that quietly possess a volcano, to highly erupt in order to exterminating and eradicating the supernaturals, the superhumans, aliens, and the Formation Hunters, and as well the mighty universal heroes and the allies as well in the process, to which, as you can see, guys, they were trying to kill two birds with one stone, to which it would actually perfectly make sense to in Lord Jet's true purview, and trying to killing everyone else would actually make his plan and his goal and the process of his planning of his goal go a lot faster by killing all his enemies in one fell swoop, but he didn't actually succeed. Now these ancient supervillains are trying to redo the process that the members of the Order of Power try to actually do as well, by activating the volcanoes in a very different type of a way, which they are copying. They actually copying the idea that Lord Jet actually used by activating the volcanoes with a powerful different type of a blue mini crystal that possesses the high tune frequency. But in doing so, the members of the Universal Heroes were able to intercept the crystal, and they were able to sever the connection before it highly activated the volcanoes. On that particular rate, Zach exactly told the members of the Sacred Circle that the members of the Universal Heroes will always intervene, and they'll always stop the natural catastrophic disaster before it can alter sacred history's event. To which Lord Ra exactly told Zach it's time for him to meeting up with the other associates effectively, immediately, now. As Zach precisely agreed, then that is exactly what he'll do. On the 21st of March, Zach completely met up with the other secret consuls of the sacred great nations, to where he was able to meet them up on a different misty cave, and was able to exactly tell them that they must proceed on with the goal and with the true activity of the mission, as the Sacred Circle expects highly cooperation and highly collaboration with the members of the Sacred Council of the great sacred nations, to which they all precisely agree that they each member possesses a powerful influential seat with each of the different respective worlds, planets, and different clans and different nations and magical civilization, that they will do exactly find a way to change the minds of the other council members, in trying to making them see their own reasoning of their own purview, of their own view, of their own great perspective views, for them not to actually divulge anything about their plan as well. Despite meeting them, they all exactly remain in the shadows. They all exactly met within the shadows of the Misty Cave, hiding and concealing their identities as well. On the precise day, on the actual precise day of the 20th of April, Zach completely met up with Lord Ra on an ancient dark crystal temple, to where Lord Ra was quietly busy busy doing something with his laptop. He had a powerful of a tablet that he was quietly concentrating in trying to concealing the headquarters base of operation with many satellites, with many satellite configuration on the screen of the monitors, to where he was quietly busy working with. And Zach exactly told him that everything else is ready to proceed according to plan, and the preparations have hereby been set and are ready to go according to plan, the way they've been arranged, and everything else is ready to proceed on. To where Lord Ra exactly told his oldest partner and greatest partner that he's very highly appreciative of their friendship and highly appreciative of his great connections, of his great work, and of his great true great belief of the organization's goals and true mission. To that end, he shook hands with Zach and exactly told him that they are hereby associates and will always remain so, to which the both of them do share common interests, as Zach himself agreed with Lord Ra as well. On the actual day of the 27th of May, Zach completely reconvened with the dark witches of the sacred magic universe on an ancient, powerful dark cave, where he told them that the sacred circle will give them the resources that they need, but in exchange, they need them to keep creating chaos and havoc upon its wake by doing exactly what they've been keeping on doing, to which the chaos and havoc will benefit them gratefully in the end, and they will be provided with greater reward and greater services. The other wishes that quietly spoke for the other wishes exactly told Zach that they don't need the reward. All they need is more power and more dark magical weapons and greater objects to fulfill the end of the deal and end of the bargain, to which the sacred circle actually promised them many centuries ago, and they still are waiting on that deal and on that pact that they were supposed to have honored it as well. Zach exactly reassured the witches that the sacred circle will always, after all, uphold its bargain, and it will always uphold its end of the bargain if the witches can deliver part of the deal, to which the others agree that they have been delivering part of their deal. But to that end, Zach exactly told them that the sacred circle will happily be able to deliver part of its deal and part of its collaboration to the witches if they can exactly keep doing what they're doing. Due to this, the witches exactly told Zach that the universal magic heroes are quietly becoming an annoyance, and they're interfering too much on something that does not involve them. Stopping them conquering many colleges and many magical kingdoms is becoming nothing but a nuisance. Zach exactly told the witches not to underestimate the threat and the power and the capacity of Universal Magical and the rest of her teammates. That makes them too dangerous and unpredictable. Never to repeat the same failings, as he always told his associates, to which the witches agreed that they have decided to take a different approach at the matter that won't precisely backfire to them, to which Zach told them that he has a plan that they need to work on, a very sinister plan that might actually benefit them all completely, and they all are waiting to listen on that plan as well. On the actual day of the 15th of June, Zach completely reconvened with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders on the different cave, to which had no ancient statues, but nothing but natural power and energy flowing through the ancient cave itself, to where Zach was able to extract it and absorb it as well at the exact same time as well, to where exactly told the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders that the Sacred Circle has delivered. All they need to do is make sure that the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders will deliver part of the deal as well. The Shadow Empire warlords and commanders also told Zach that they have already delivered and that they are quietly all in a stalemate. Zach also told the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders to keep an open mind and a keen mind that the universal heroes are too powerful and are too dangerous, and that the Sacred Circle needs them alive, because they are very useful when they are alive to be used as pawns to furthering the ultimate goal, to which the leader and founder of the ancient organization is literally expecting of them to do just that. To which the Empire warlords and commanders agreed, and that is exactly what they'll do as well. But one Shadow Empire warlord exactly had one request, telling Zach that they need something very powerful, a very destructive and uncontained and unstable purple crystal, to which they need for the destructive plans and the goals of their own. Zach completely told the Shadow Empire warlords, why do they even have to bother asking when that can be delivered and arranged in a matter of minutes and in a matter of time, to which the operatives will happily make the exchange on a different top of a planet of a world that you manage to actually control, but the exchange must happen in a quiet, serene place where no one won't be able to expect it. The transportation of the portal will open in less than 5 days after the technology has arrived on that world. To which the other Shan Empire warlord and commander remarked, then that is business as usual as well. And so did Zach himself as well. Despite this, guys, Zach is very highly skillful martial artist in hand-to-hand combat, swordsmanship, hand-to-hand combat, martial artist, power of great agility, endurance as well, regenerative healing properties and power, the power of sensory perception, and the power of disappearing, reappearing as well, as he demonstrated to do that as well. Very quietly good of an ideologist and also very quietly good of a greater philosopher, believes in the organization of the Sacred Circle, highly very great in fulfilling its true goals and its true ultimate purpose and goals as well, willing to sacrifice anything and anyone who gets in the way of the mission. He shows the signs to be very patient with his enemies and with his foes as well, but he likes to taunt them and he likes to keep an open mind and to be highly observant of the situation and studying it before intercepting it. He's very good with weaponry such as guns, grenade, housing, destructive technology, swords, blades, weapons that are quite good for his great combo, to which he wields with great precise skillful, due to his great enhanced perception as well. He does have a great respective personality, as he quietly shows to respect his opponents and his enemies, and he quietly does show greater remarkable fascination at Firebird and at Warboy and at Rex and at the members of the Universal Heroes, to which he fought up against them during the previous encounter and during the previous commentation, when they all exactly encountered each other in different parts of the sacred universe, or parts or within human society. Since supervillains and heroes travel, they always exactly travel the entire sacred universe and the rest of the known universe and the rest of human society and the rest of sacred society as well. Despite this, he's managed to gain a total respect of his enemies, and especially Rex and the other members of the Universal Heroes, and especially the leader and founder of the Universal Heroes, and especially the members of the Sacred Team, to which I told you they are a covert team of superheroes that work on the behalf of the Universal Heroes and of the behalf of the World Heroes and the behalf of the United Heroes as well. They are different from the Universal Heroes, to which they are, after all, a covert team themselves as well. They are also a top secret team of superheroes as well, which are quietly unknown to the world. But some of the other members of the Universal Heroes are well known to human society. The others not so much. Some remain in the shadows. Others remain in the shadows as well. The others of them quietly are open and are well known throughout sacred society, not in human society. So there's a difference between two worlds and difference between two universes that are quietly well knowledgeable of the heroes and about the existence as well. Despite this, Zack is very highly ruthless, merciless, and also quietly loves to battle. But he keeps a key mind and an open personality to battle at the right time and at the right precise time, to fighting his enemies and his opponents as well, not to wasting his energy on something that might not exactly guarantee him the results he needs. He always expects an outcome, but he's also shown the sign of being unpredictable, to which makes him dangerous. According to Firebird, Zack is one of the most dangerous members of the ancient organization known as the Sacred Circle. He's very unpredictable and also quietly very much stubborn, and also very quietly powerful as well. That makes him deadly and that makes him dangerous. He has a mysterious past and a mysterious history, and he's very much quietly charismatic and very highly curious of everything else around him. A very skillful, optimistic, highly observant, loves and appreciates the members of the Sacred Circle, totally shows great tremendous respect of all the members, and especially the founder and leader, to which he views as a great long-time friend and a greater long-time associate. The both of them always shake hands, remarking of their partnership and remarking of how they formed their partnership for many centuries. You do know that, guys, that Lord Ra is the one who sent an invitation to every member of the organization, even to one of the most dangerous, sinister, witch, powerful criminals, and deadly one of them all, due to them possessing expertise, talents, abilities, powers, some with greater connections, others with greater influential connections, some with politician connections throughout human society, others with them with connections within the human government, some within sacred government, to which they control the sacred government with their own greater connections as well. Despite this, he respects the members of all of them, and some of the other members agree that some of the other members don't exactly have the services that they all provide to the organization or to the group, to which they will all agree to remove one member, and by giving the other newest member a seat to the table of the organization itself as well. Despite this, Zach always knows his place within the organization, which makes him very useful and very highly reliable as well. He's a very powerful super strategist and a tactician, always knows to approach his allies and his enemies in a very, very good way. He shows a sign to respect the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders by giving them a powerful proposition that they cannot refuse as well, to which they all exactly accept it. Some don't exactly accept it, while the others do actually accept it. The witches of the entire sacred magic universe always know that Zach is always the greatest, most powerful member of the organization of the Sacred Circle, to which they approach him with great humility, and he also approached them with great humility by respecting them for their services and by their great kind words, to which they all share a very powerful interesting goal and a common goal as well, to which the Sacred Circle provides its services, and the witches provide their services to the organization as well as part of their deal. They all made an ancient pact many centuries ago as part of their deal that kept the pact heavily sealed and heavily alive, making sure that the alliance itself stays completely stable, and also completely highly frequently operating within the shadows as well. Due to this, it is thanks to Zach that the Sacred Circle has many networks and many operatives within human society and within sacred society and within the Four Nation Hunter society as well. That Zach provides mercenary skills and mercenary assassins at his disposal. He shows the sign of maintaining his individual bases, such as his central headquarters, which is an island that is completely covered and protected by a magical fog within the entire sacred magic universe, to which he uses as his central headquarters to training his mercenaries in swordsmanship training sessions, to where he teaches them how to wield a sword and how to wield the weapon itself as well. He does show the power of opening portals due to the great technologies that the members of the Sacred Circle also quietly wield, due to them sharing a partnership with Lord Shadow Jack, who supplies them with endless destructive technologies, powerful weapons that can open portals to different dimensions, sinister dimensions, some to planet Earth, others into the solar system, some to different worlds, universes, ships, battle cruisers, airship fleets, temples, all of that. These weapons and these technologies open portals to different worlds, to which Zack can always use the weapon itself to open up a portal to different worlds, but he does show the power of being a highly exceptional marksmanship and a deadly operative and a deadly assassin, which makes him dangerous and very deadly. Zack is very mysterious and highly dangerous also as well. According to Firebird, he's a very powerful, sinister assassin